NBPA voice. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm a voice coach. I'm so happy you're here. And today you are catching my episode 8 reaction to my reaction series of The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. What had just happened is that we just watched Charlotte and Sam be reconstructed aliens from the inside out, and they are trapped in this bunker at the kooky professor's house, and they were just let loose and almost killed, or did kill, Joey Richter's character, Ted, which we shall find out if that was a success or not. So that just happened. We just watched Join Us and Die. It was crazy. It is crazy. And then, so let's keep watching to see what happens.
They're wearing our skin to fool us! Which means any one of you could be one of them.
Whoa.
So we're gonna have a little test to see who's still human and who's a musical doppelganger.
What?
I want you all to sing 16 bars right now.
No, Professor, we're not aliens.
Sing the beginning of Moana.
What?
I said sing, goddammit! Moana.
The beginning of Moana? That's a whole musical. I'm like quizzing myself. Moana, make way, make way. Oh, is it? Hi-yo! Ha-na-no! Hi-yo! Is that the beginning of Moana? Ha-na-no! Or is it, I've been staring at the edge of the water? Are they gonna sing it? That would bring me so much joy if they actually sing it right now.
Moana, make way, make way. Consider the coconut, consider its tree. Young dances while we and no one leaves. I didn't like that movie.
The circle of life.
He's in the wrong show. I have to watch it again.
A little test to see who's still human and who's a musical doppelganger.
What?
I want you all to sing 16 bars right now.
No, Professor, we're not aliens.
Sing the beginning of Moana.
What?
I said sing, goddammit!
Moana, make way, make way. Consider the coconut, consider its tree. Young dances while we and no one leaves. I didn't like that
The
movie.
circle of life.
All right. That was terrible. Not a single one of you were on pitch, which means you're still human. These things, their tactic is to hide amongst us, and as their numbers grow, they become more bold and, as we've seen, violent.
Alice? Alice. Oh, thank God, I've never been more happy in my life. Your mother left me and moved you to Clivesdale. What? No, Alice, I saw you get on the bus to Clivesdale this morning. What? Got off to go see Deb? God damn it, Alice, if Deb jumped off a bridge, would you? Okay, I'm sorry. I know you're scared. What's wrong with Deb? She's doing what? Alice? Okay, listen to me. You get away from her, you understand? You get far away. No, this has nothing to do with me not liking Deb. Right now, you need to run and hide, okay? Where are you? No, you stay there. I'm coming to you. No, don't you say... Everything's going to be fine. I love you too. Give me some bread and some water. I knew we were gonna need a designated driver.
What's happening, Bill?
It's Alice. She's stuck in Hatchetfield. Dang it, I need to take the car. She's in Hatchetfield High. She's locked herself in the choir room.
And you're gonna save her? G.I. Bill? You're gonna run and gun your way through a city of singing zombie motherfuckers? Wake up, Bill. She's already dead.
Don't you dare,
You're
Ted!
gonna get there, and she's gonna...
Dude, if that was my daughter out there, nothing would be stopping me. I wouldn't even be having this conversation. I'd be like, I'm going to see my daughter. Anybody want to come with? I don't know.
be dead, and you're gonna die too. And that's exactly what's gonna happen if you try to go back through downtown.
Well, what else am I supposed to do?
Don't go through downtown. Cut through Pinebrook.
What?
Pinebrook. Rich neighborhood, fancy houses, huge yards.
Yes. Avoid densely populated areas.
Take Evergreen, cut through the park, hop a curb, and you're in the teacher's parking lot.
Right. Yes. And the window to the staff lounge is always open so they can smoke. Just slide in and out. Used to be my old escape route.
Okay, this is a lot of directions.
Don't bother, he's gonna get lost.
You are such a fucking creep. You know that?
Oh, I'm a fucking creep?
Yeah.
I'm a fucking creep? Listen, sweetheart, the world has changed, all right? There are no creeps, there are no heroes, there are only people who are alive and people who are fucking dead!
It's kind of facts.
And Bill's daughter? She's dead. Well, I'm only saying what we all know is true, right, Paul?
I know that the chances are slim to nil. And I know that Bill doesn't know the shortcut. Bill, if you go, you're not gonna make it. Which is why I'm gonna go with you to get your daughter back.
You do that for me, Paul?
Hey, it's not like you're asking me to go see Mamma Mia.
Well, hey, let's go. If we haul ass, we can be there and back in 20 minutes.
No, Emma, you stay here. I have a theory on how these aliens can be stopped, but I'll need an extra pair of hands in the lab. Paul, Bill, Godspeed.
Hey, Paul. Listen. If those things get you, they're gonna make you sing and dance and all that shit you hate. So don't you let them.
Emma, there comes a time in every man's life when he has to draw a line in the sand. And I will never be in a fucking musical.
Are we ever going to get to see John Madison sing? The likelihood of them getting taken over is very high, but are they savable? Is the Cookie Professor and Emma going to come up with a way to recover everyone?
Alice! Alice!
Bill,
Sweetie, where are you?
Be quiet, Bill, okay?
We gotta find her, Paul.
We will, but you're gonna have to shut up, all right? This whole school could be crawling with those things. You screaming is gonna get us killed. And then who's gonna save Alice?
Right. Sorry, Paul. She's all I have.
I know. Just try to stay calm and
It's really stressing me out. I'm literally getting knots in my shoulder. It's too relatable. Being a parent, watching this as a parent is very hard.
follow me, okay?
You know, she's a good kid, Paul. She's smart and I respect her choices, but if we're being honest, I don't like Deb. She's always on her phone, and I don't know, I just think Alice can do better.
Yeah, sure, Bill.
This morning, the knucklehead that I am, I said, why don't you try dating someone at your own high school, in Clivesdale? And she said, you just don't like Deb. And what was I supposed to do, lie? So I said, why don't you try dating someone like Grace Chastity? And she goes, no, Grace Chastity is a nerdy prude. And I said, one, I said date someone like her. Two, that is not a very nice thing to say. And suddenly, I'm defending Grace Chastity of all people. And she says, you just want Grace Chastity to be your daughter. And I say, well, at least she's nice to me at church. And I think that fight is why she got off the bus to go see Deb. Oh God, Paul, I'm the reason they trapped her. It's my fault.
No, listen to me, Bill, okay? This is not your fault.
Yes, it is.
Alice?
It's all your fault. That's the last thought I had before they broke down the door.
She's her apotheosis is on her. She's an alien already.
I'm not your girl anymore. I'm not.
Sorry, we jumped right into that. I'm really skilled at pausing it right before they jump into songs. Accidentally.
It's all your fault. That's the last thought I had before they broke down the door. I'm not your girl anymore. I'm not that tween that you drove here for. I'm not your girl anymore. I overtook her body with an infectious spore.
Okay, so first of all, I'm loving the vibes that this is going for. This very soulful, I'm not your girl anymore. But whenever you play with this type of song, you better do it right. Now, Mariah Rose Faith is very talented. We know this. I love her voice. I'm jamming with it. However, I really feel like this kind of song is my shtick. Really playing with resonance. You have to be able to play with that push and pull dynamically and tonal wise. So you have to crescendo ride at the same time. It's similar to driving a stick shift car. You have to shift at the right exact time or you can mess things up, right? It's very similar. So I think she's trying to maintain volume, so it's causing her to restrain and contain, which can be very detrimental to your voice and you lose that flow. So when you're singing a song like this, I'm not your girl anymore, the volume switches need to happen out here and not have this push and pull feeling. I'm not your girl anymore, right? I'm not your girl anymore. You hear the difference? Also, her vibrato is coming out. Her voice is in a really nice spot, healthy-wise, because she has natural vibrato coming out, which is really nice. And that's because this song is such a resonant type of song. So those are my first, and that's my first initial reaction of Mariah Rose Faith in this. Let's see where it goes. I think my hypothesis is that as she starts building up in energy, and I'm hoping this song picks up. Once this song picks up, it'll be easier for her to kind of showcase her voice a little bit better. It'll probably get clicked into place. It's so hard to maintain a quiet dynamic when you have such a big, powerful voice. So I'm assuming that that's what's happening here. Let's see what happens.
You left me out of your sight for 1 second, and look what happens, nightmare time. It's worse than you could imagine. Not sex and not drugs, just alien invading minds. No more family vacays together, 'cause your only daughter's under the weather. And if you actually paid attention to me, you see I'm not your seed.
Alice, what is going on?
I'm not your angsty teen.
Alice, I'm here to take you home.
No matter what you believe, the apple's fallen far from the tree. It's not my fault anymore. No more curfews to be late for. It's not.
That was really nice. So I talk about vocal remote control all of the time. I want to put it again here. She used it, that little quick flip up, except the difference is that instead of just going up right there, she went out with her voice, but she kind of locked and held it in position like this. She is bent over, which I would not typically suggest when singing and performing, because you don't want to restrict airwaves or push against your diaphragm, because that is the power of your voice. It's basically like the gas pedal of your voice. So the fact that she's bending over, I wouldn't always suggest it. However, when you are a trained singer, that actually helps remind you where your diaphragm is. In fact, a lot of times when I'm singing these very passionate songs, I do bend over. I didn't plan it. I do lean over when I sing stuff like this. Let's listen to that again. Also, right after I played again, she jumped up. She wasn't using that very husky, resonated tone anymore. She went to a brighter tone, and that when she switched to that brighter tone, in that upbeat tone or that upbeat rhythm and with the brighter tone. She was way more accurate with her pitches. Whenever you're sending out a lot of resonance, you're sending out a lot of sound waves. Resonance is kind of the echo of your voice. So it's actually a lot of sound waves happening when you're right? So you don't always want it super forward, right? If you have a very powerful voice, you're going to have to constrain. I didn't plan it. This is not the song. When she went to that nee type voice, she was way more accurate with her pitches because it was a much more condensed sound. And there were some really cool melodic lines that we got to hear there. I'm also noticing that whenever you are turned into an alien, we get these more raspy tones.
Alice, I'm here to take you home.
No matter what you believe, the apple's fallen far from the tree. It's not my fault anymore. No more curfews to be late for. It's not my fault.
To be late, oh. So she did a really late for ooh. To be late for ooh. I think she did an ooh vowel to get that.
It's not my fault anymore. No more curfews to be late for.
Late for. Late for. I think most singers that don't have a ton of training or technique training would have gone to be late for. They would have kept an open in order to go up there, but then that's a big jump. So you kind of have to get a smaller vowel and a smaller space to be more accurate with higher pitches and big jumps like that. So next time you're having trouble with the jump, think about that. Down low, you can have really open mouth, really relaxed jaw. That was a really weird face, wasn't it? To be late for. But then if you have a jump, try to vowel modify and go to a more closed, condensed space. For a closed vowel.
It's not my fault anymore. No more being worried and waiting by the door.
Bye.
Did you know that I wanted to live with you?
Okay, so this is the second song in a row that we're hearing from an affected that is jumping from husky tones to very bright staccato tones. I'm noticing a pattern here.
And when you needed to bite, you gave her that too. Did you know Mom let Deb sleep over?
What?
And you're right about Deb. She's a hardcore stoner.
I knew it.
And if you wonder what led your daughter astray, well, Daddy wasn't here to say, not your seed.
Alice, whatever I said this morning, I'm sorry.
Perfect team.
You can break out of it, I know. I know you
Fucking
can.
17. At least I was before you left me.
Bill, we need to leave right now.
Back off, Paul. We're not leaving without Alice.
That's not your daughter, Bill.
Alice.
Why does it hurt to love you? Why am I in pain?
Okay, so I'm thinking that we're having a moment of it's her, because we don't have this the husky, the soulful. Why does it hurt to love you? She's trying to purposely be soft to showcase that I think this is actually her seeping out. So there's still remnants of them in there. They're not completely gone. We saw this in Sam too.
Why does it hurt to know you? You let me down again. If I turned my insides out, would you even know that I was there? Why does it hurt to love you? Why does it hurt to love? I'm not your seed, not your girl, not your girl. Now maybe you'll listen to me. Listen to me, listen to me. So you let me bleed, let me bleed. Now your daughter's not a girl no more. Now they don't go see, 'cause I'm not your girl anymore.
I can't do it, Paul. I can't live in a world without my daughter.
Bill,
I
whatever
can't-
you're thinking, stop it.
I can't live knowing I'm the reason they got to her.
No, Bill. No. No.
Let me do it, Paul!
No.
Just let me die!
No, man! No! Bill! Look at me. You're my best friend. I'm not gonna let you die.
Bill! Oh God, Bill!
We just keep running into each other, don't we, Paul? We have traveled across seas of stars, counting. Wait, what are we saying? We all have to say the same thing. Let's get on the same page. I'm here. Bending countless civilizations to our will, yet you, Paul, have defied us thrice.
Holy shit!
Okay. We're really in the thick of it. It's really hard to stop. He's dead, right? Corey Doris's character is dead. And he was killed by his own daughter. Ouch. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm loving the contrast that we're seeing in, what a cool concept in these, I keep saying it, but it's just true, right? It's just what I keep noticing is their characters, when they're affected, when they're not affected, and they're changing their voices to match all of these different things. Instead of using a ton of props, a ton of scenery, we are getting a lot of light manipulation, sound manipulation, and someone pointed this out in the comments, and it's so true that before the musical happened, the transition, there was no transition music, there was transition sounds, and I remember thinking, that's so cool, why do we not do that more often? And I think it would be really cool to put that in there, but there was a reason and a purpose behind that, and it is to show that contrast, like you're in a musical. So this is really sad for me as a parent. I'm like, oh no, we're gonna keep going. We're keeping going. I love Mariah Rose Faith's voice. She's got a lot of vibrato, a lot of rasping. The fact that all of these guys have a ton of technique to their voice is just so cool. And it is so cool that they're able to have this musical where they can showcase all different kinds of genres, techniques. I can't wait to see the ones who haven't sing yet sing. So excited for that to happen. Let's see. Paul, who doesn't like musicals, have not even sung. And he mentions, like, you will not catch me in a musical. So what's gonna happen next? We'll have to find out in the next episode. And with that said, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. And I'll sing with you soon. Bye! Because I'm not your seed, I'm not your girl anymore.